Hello, my friends. Well, welcome back, or welcome if you haven't joined me before. I'm Sabrina Meos. Thank you so much for being here and choosing to flow with me today and for making the choice to come to your mat for you. I know that that is sometimes the hardest choice of them all. And that's what we're going to focus on today, actually, is the choice to pay attention to yourself. A lot of times, especially if we're empathetic, especially if we're givers, it's so easy to focus on other people and to give and to do this and to do that. But it's so hard to come back to ourselves and be like, you know what? I need to fill my cup. I need to make a choice for me. I need to do this and that for myself and for my body and my energy. And so today, that's where we're focusing in our minds and our bodies and all of the things. Before we get started, I do want to remind you that I have an app launching at the end of this month, and it's going to include all things yoga, breathwork, meditation, some longer classes, a few tutorials, some series that we'll get into. It's going to be really fun and exciting, so make sure that you're following me over on Instagram to get all the updates for the launches on that and to be able to get your free trial. So we're going to start seated today in our flow. We're going to be doing a lot of twisting. We're going to work into the spine. We're going to get a little bit into the backs of the legs. So this flow will be great if you're someone who sits down and works at a computer all day long. If you are running or in the gym constantly, this is going to be a nice, quick little flow to kind of reset all of the systems in the body. And I like to think that when we twist, since our chakra lines, all of our energy centers go not only up the torso, but up the spine, also the front and the back, that when we are twisting, we're kind of cleansing all of those out and we're wringing out our spine as if they were a wet towel. So we're going to move all of the stuck energy in our torso and move on so that we can continue to make choices for ourselves and be the best version of ourselves for other people. So when you're ready, find your way to a comfortable seat down on your mat, and I will meet you there to start our class. When you found your way into a comfortable seat, maybe bringing the gaze inward, closing off the eyes, taking these first few moments to notice your breath. Full inhale coming into both nostrils, and warmer air leaving both nostrils with every breath out. Relaxing tension being held in the face, releasing the brows, making space between the teeth, letting the shoulders melt gently away from the ears. And just starting with a quick moment of appreciation that you've made this choice to intentionally spend time with your body and your breath. A choice to learn about yourself and to fill your own cup. Making our way to our practice is the most difficult part, which means that everything else that happens in practice is merely a bonus. We'll work to find all those little bonuses, all those little glimmers through our practice. Taking a big breath in, filling the torso, holding up at the top, sipping a little bit more air to the collarbones. Exhale, let it go through the mouth. Gently beginning to blink the eyes open, or you may keep them closed. You're going to inhale, both arms reach up to the sky, gaze follows. Exhale, hands come through the heart. We're going to get our body breath connection moving. Inhale to reach up. Exhale through the heart. Last one, inhale to reach. And exhale through the heart. This time as we reach up, we're going to press into our seat, really reach the fingertips up. And as you exhale, drop the right arm, let the left arm reach over, find a bend. The heart and the chest are pivoting up to the sky, maybe the gaze follows. both sit bones reaching to the earth. And as you exhale, we're going to swing down and around toward the right knee, over to the left, planting the left hand, reach the right arm up. How quickly does your right lung switch to take over in breath? Inhale into the right lung, helps both arms reach. Find that extension. Exhale through the heart. Without touching the feet, can we switch the cross in the legs, bringing the other leg in front, even though it might feel a little funny. Re-ground into your seat. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, lean over to the left. Left arm drops, right arm reaches. Where is your gaze comfortable? Follow and exhale, start to swing down and around, coming toward the right knee, right palm plants, left arm reaches up. Next inhale into the left lung, helps both arms reach. Exhale through the heart. Shake it out, roll out the shoulders, shake out the hands. Any little movements, maybe moving the neck side to side, maybe dropping the head to the chest. You're rolling in a full circle all the way around if it's comfortable on the neck. Returning to a neutral spine. We're going to flip over to a tabletop position on our hands and our knees. Knees come underneath the hips, wrists underneath the shoulders. Going to inhale, dip the belly, lift the pelvis, lift the gaze. Exhale, round it in. Inhale to dip. Exhale to round. Inhale to dip. And exhale, round it in, puff up through the back of the shoulders. Inhale brings us to a neutral spine, grounding into the left shin, belly button pulls in. We're going to lift the right knee up and out to the side and start to take some circles. Doesn't matter how big or small. We keep the right leg the only thing that's moving. Reversing the direction of your circle. Next time the right knee comes up and lifted, we're going to kick the leg straight, tap the right toes down in line with the left knee. And we're going to come back to those cat-cow-like movements in the spine, but we're going to add on a little bit. So inhale, dip the belly, tilt the pelvis, shine the heart through. Exhale, round it in. Adding on, inhale, dip the belly, tilt the pelvis. And this time with your exhale, we're going to let the hips try to find the heels, cinching down. Scoop the pelvis with your inhale, round the spine back up, shoulders over the wrists. Dip the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale toward the heels. Inhale, rise, round the spine. Dipping the belly, sending back. Inhale, puffing up to rise, chin to chest. Last time. Sink toward the heels. Round and rise up, chin to chest. Inhale to a neutral spine. We might want to bring blocks underneath our palms here. The blocks are simply to make some more space between our torso and the earth. So maybe bringing blocks underneath, planting the hands the same as you would as if they were on the mat. Ground into that left shin. As you find an inhale, we're going to lift that right leg, levitate it back in line with the hip. Point the heel up toward the ceiling, so we're bending into the right knee. Dip the belly, lift the chest. Exhale to round it in, right knee comes toward the nose. Inhale to lift. Exhale to round. Inhale to dip. Exhale to round. Hold the knee at the nose this time. We're going to step it all the way through and find our low lunge. Arms rise up to the sky. Squeeze the inner thighs. Really press into the earth with the whole bottom of the right foot. Can you still see your big toe? Big inhale. As you exhale, straighten the front leg, send the hips back, find your half split. Maybe the blocks come onto either side of the hands. Toes reach toward the forehead. Left hip is pushing forward as the right hip pulls back. You're not locking out that right knee, keeping a slight bend if needed. 2 more breaths. Inhale, shifting forward, find your low lunge, arms reach up. We sink the hips forward a little bit more. Create space with every breath in. Begin to gently move into that space with every breath out. Big inhale. As you exhale, find your half split, hip shift back, front leg straightens. You can either keep our back parallel to the earth or you can begin to melt toward your right leg a little bit more. Reaching forward so much that you're imagining the crown of your head could reach past your toes. Inhale, shift forward back to the low lunge. Arms reach up. 2 more full breaths, conscious and complete. Follow and exhale, shift the hips back, maybe bring the hands onto the blocks. This time spine stays parallel to the earth. Whether our left hand is on a block or not, we're going to keep it planted on the inside of the right shin. Then we're going to inhale, peel the right arm up to the sky. We come into a little bit of balance with this twist, so finding a drishti, a focus point, something that's not going to move. Pressing so much through our left hand that our left shoulder is away from the ear. 1 more breath. Exhale, right hand comes down, meeting the blocks or the mat, rebending into the front knee, shifting forward, tuck underneath the back toe. Inhale to step forward, find a forward fold at the top of the mat. Deep bend into the knees. Shaking the head yes and no. Inhale, rise halfway. Exhale to fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale and fold as you plant the hands, step back to find a plank, hold for 2 breaths, press the earth away, belly button in. Gently lower the knees underneath the hips, finding your tabletop. Start to ground into that right shin, pull the belly button toward the spine. Inhale, lifts the left leg up and out to the side for some circles. Big or small, left leg is the only part of the body that's moving. Reversing the direction of your circle. Where is your weight distributed between your hands and your shin? Left knee up and out to the side, kicking the leg straight. Exhale, taps the toes in line with the right knee. Coming back to those cat-cow movement waves. So we're going to inhale, dip the belly, shine the heart forward. Exhale, sends the hips towards the heels. Scooping the pelvis under, round through the spine, chin to chest on the way back up. Follow your breath with these movements. How slow or how fast is your cycle moving? And what in these moments is your bonus? Last round, sinking toward the heels, rounding your way up. Neutral spine, maybe the hands coming underneath the blocks so that we can make a little bit more space between the earth. Engage the core. Inhale, levitates that left leg back in line with the hips. Bend the knee, send the heel up toward the sky. Dip the belly, raise the chest. Exhale, round it in, left knee toward the nose. Inhale to lift. Exhale to round. Inhale, lift. You lift the knee a little bit higher. Exhale, round it in, hold at the nose. Step it through, find your low lunge, reach the arms up to the sky. Where is your breath? Last inhale here, really reach, press through the left foot. Exhale, send the hips back, straighten the front leg, find your half split. Maybe the hands come to blocks. Left hip is pulling back, right hip is pressing forward. Inhale, shift forward, rebend the left knee, arms reach up, low lunge. Sink the left hip an inch, a millimeter, a centimeter more forward. Ground from your pinky toe to your big toe. One more breath. Exhale, send it back, find your half split. Beautiful. Maybe melting the torso toward the left leg a little bit more. Spine is so long you think that the crown of your head could reach past your toes. One more full breath. Inhaling, shift forward, rebend that knee, reach the arms. Maybe the gaze follows up to the sky. One more breath here, shoulders dropping away from the ears. Exhale, round it in. Find your half split, back stays parallel to the earth. Whether we have that block or not, right hand plants on the inside of the left shin. Inhale, peels the left arm up to the sky. Find your focus point, your drishti. That less that our actual eyeball moves, the more balanced we are. Nice job. Exhale, bring the left hand down toward the block or the earth. Inhale, rebend the knee, come forward. You can release the blocks, come up off that back knee, take a big step forward, find your forward fold. Deepen into the knees. Shake the head yes and no. Inhale, rise halfway. Exhale to fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale to fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale to fold. Plant the hands. Make your way back to plank. Hold for 2 breaths. Pressing the earth away with the base of the palm. Shoulders are over the wrists. Heels reaching toward the back of the room. Big inhale. Exhale through the mouth. Lift the hips high to the sky. Finding an even weight between your hands and your feet and your down dog. Strong and square in the shoulders. And the hips lift to the ceiling a little bit more. Press through the palms. Big inhale, fill the torso, hold at the top. Exhale through the mouth, let it go. Inhale, right leg lifts high to the sky. Bend the knee, open the hip. Inhale, right knee comes toward the nose, step it through, finding our high lunge, arms reach up. Squeezing the inner thighs together. Imagine that there's a corset in between your hip bones, cinching you in and up. Strong in the right leg. Follow an inhale. We're going to straighten the front leg, hands toward the hips, spine comes parallel to the earth. Find your pyramid. Engage the core. Pull the right hip back or the hips square. Inhale, rise back to your high lunge. Rebend into the front knee. Arms reach up. Exhale, hands toward the hips. Straighten the front leg. Spine comes parallel. You might fold a little bit more, maybe bringing the blocks on either side of the foot. Inhale, shift back up and forward. Find your high lunge, arms reach. Maybe a slight bend in the back leg. Next inhale, straighten the front leg. Come back to find your pyramid. Hands meet toward the blocks. Block or palm on the inside of the right foot. Inhale, peels the right arm up toward the sky. Keep pulling that right hip back. Press the left hip forward. Find your drishti. Beautiful. Follow and exhale. Right hand is going to come down. We're going to rebend into the front knee, throwing the blocks off the mat. Both arms reach up on the inhale, finding your high lunge. Hands come down to the heart, keeping a bend into the front right leg. Really ground into that right foot. We're going to take a big step up toward the top of the mat, landing in our chair pose. Hips sinking toward the heels. Spine is long. You sink the hips a little bit more. Follow and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise halfway. Exhale to fold, plant the hands, find your plank, hold for 2 breaths, press the earth away. Spine is long, crown of the head reaching forward. Exhale as the hips lift, meeting the sky. Where's your breath? Inhale, left leg reaching up. Bend the knee and open your hip. Next inhale brings the left knee toward the nose, finding your high lunge on this side, stepping through, arms reach up, maybe a slight bend in that back knee. Whew, my legs are tired today. Where's your breath? Grounding into that front left foot, straighten the leg, hands toward the hips, torso comes to parallel over the mat. Inhale, rise back to your high lunge, re-bend the knee. Can you feel all 4 corners of that front left foot? Squeeze the inner thighs. Hands coming toward the hips, straighten the front leg, torso parallel. Maybe this time you fold toward the leg a little bit more. Keep pulling that left hip back, right hip presses forward. One more breath here. Inhale, rebending, find your high lunge. Come back to that corset in the torso, cinching in and up as the shoulders drop away from the ears. Exhale, hands coming down, finding your pyramid. Block or the mat. Right hand stays on the inside of the left foot. Right hip presses forward. Inhale, peel that left arm up, open to the sky. Find your drishti, your focus point. Unlock that front knee. One more breath. Exhale brings us down and around. Coming back to our high lunge. Bend into the front knee. Reach the arms up. Hands coming to the heart. All of our weight comes into that front left leg. Inhale, take a big step forward, land in your chair at the top of the mat, bending into the knees, maybe even lifting up the toes. All the weight is in the heels. Can you sink the hips a little bit more? Little bit more. Big inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale to fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale to fold. Plant your hands. Find your plank. Hold for 3 breaths. Squeezing everything. One more breath. Neither lowering the knees or lowering all the way onto the belly. We're going to come onto the mat. We're going to come in for some more little twists and stretches of the shoulders. So maybe we inch the toes back ever so slightly more. Right hand is going to come out to a T. The palm is going to face down toward the earth. Right ear comes down to the mat. We're going to kick our left heel up. Left palm is underneath the left shoulder. And as we inhale, we're going to press through the left palm to start to twist that left foot on the other side of the right leg. Finding a sensation and twist into the front of the right shoulder. The more that we twist that back leg open, the deeper that we'll feel the sensation in the shoulder. A gentle inhale pulls us back onto the belly. Right hand comes underneath the shoulder, left arm reaches out, left ear coming down to the mat. Right heel up. Inhale, pressing into the right hand, rolling over the left shoulder. Where's your breath? And what in this moment is your bonus? Going back onto the belly. Both hands underneath the shoulders. Lifting up, we're going to find our tabletop shape and swing the legs around, coming back down onto a seat. We're going to have the legs out wide. We're going to start with one heel in. Doesn't really matter which. I'm going to start with my right. Right heel is going to come in toward the left thigh. We're going to keep our left hand down toward our right knee. Inhale, peels the right arm up and over toward the left toes. Maybe the chin tucks to the chest as the gaze rolls up. Heart and chest pivoting up to the sky. Beautiful. Can you breathe a little deeper? Inhale, pulling us up to neutral. Switching out the legs, so bringing the left heel in, right leg extended. Right arm stays down this time toward the left knee. Inhale, reaches the left arm up and over, reaching toward the right toes. Heart and chest pivot and twist up to the sky. How quickly does the left lung take over in breath? One more full cycle, conscious and complete. Inhale into the left lung, helps pull us up to neutral. Soles of both feet are going to meet. Flutter out like a little butterfly. Imagining today that we are in our cocoon. Hands either on the feet or maybe onto the mat. Roll the shoulders up, down, and back. Big inhale. And as we exhale, we're going to lead with the heart toward the toes, keeping the spine long and straight as we fold. Maybe the elbows find the insides of the knees, helping deepen the stretch through the hips. We might start to bring the chin to the chest, rounding through the top of the spine. Releasing the neck if we're folding all the way forward, shaking the head yes, no. Three more full breaths. Next inhale, beginning to lift the gaze, rising the torso and the chest, helping the knees come together. We might take some windshield wipers side to side, dropping onto the hands. We're going to make our way onto our back. As you're ready, when you're nice and even on both sides. Maybe you continue with those windshield wipers down on the spine. Maybe you start adding in the head, so when the knees go to the right, head and neck go to the left, and vice versa. We're going to end just with some deep belly breathing. Finding any space that's comfortable for that. Maybe the soles of the feet come back together. Maybe the legs splay out long. Maybe the feet are planted at the wide edges of the mat and the knees are dropping in together. Shoulders melting away from the ears. Coming back to find space in between the teeth. Relaxing tension of the jaw. Noticing your breath in the belly. Maybe one or both hands in that space, helping to deepen the connection. With every inhale, how high can the belly button press toward the sky? With every slow exhale, how close can that belly button melt toward the spine? Inviting the breath out to be longer than the breath in, taking longer to sink than it does to rise. And of course, feel free to stay with this breath and this yogic breathing for as long as feels comfortable. Beginning to release the control of your breath and finding your final resting shape. Releasing all conscious awareness, any to-dos or lists that are trying to creep in, any control of breath, any judgments of practice, all fading and falling away as you invite in a little bit of silence, letting your practice sink into every atom of your being. And staying in this space for as long as you need. Or if you're ready to end your practice with me, being movement, feeling back into the toes, the fingers, finding that cycle of breath. Maybe taking a big good morning stretch, finding yourself rolling off to your favorite side, slowly and with as little effort as possible, rolling back up to a seat. Maybe the gaze is still soft or turned inward. Rounding into your seat, pulling the shoulders up, down, and back. Sitting tall, sitting proud. Maybe a slight smile comes to the lips. Inviting the hands to join at heart center, maybe the chin bowing to the chest. And a deep honor and gratitude in the sacred practice of yoga, for the unity of yoga. Extra moments of love, gratitude, and appreciation to you and your yoga, your practice, your body, your mind, your spirit, your breath. Holding and understanding what an honor it is to have a body capable of movement. And I thank you so deeply for allowing me to guide you to this space. Namaste. Thank you so much, my friends, for being here, for flowing with me, for choosing yourself on your mat, for making that choice. And hopefully you get to know a little bit more about your body or your breath, and you feel like you know yourself on even a millimeter deeper of a different level. And just as a reminder, my app is launching at the end of this month. So make sure that you are keeping updated on Instagram, on my stories, and with my posts to see when that launches and to get your free trial. And I will see you either over on the app or back here on YouTube for some more classes. Thank you for joining, and I'll see you next time.